Hey guys, what is going on? It's your man, the ECF Hardcore Champion, Chris Behringer. You know what I'm saying? The belt's over there, right there. That belt right there. That's mine. It's the ECF Hardcore Championship in my eyes. Anyway, there's a few things I want to talk about from Monday Night Raw because I just got done watching it. I'm gonna talk about the whole show. I don't really care about anything that happened. There's a few things that I want to talk about. First, to kick off Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon came out, alright? And she's babbling on about Triple H not being there and everything else. And then, she was saying that he was dealing with some other stuff because he's, like the COO, CEO, whatever the fuck. And she was like, but it's not because Roman Reigns fucked him up on SmackDown or anything. Something like that. So she was just making up lies because Triple H wasn't there. But there's one man. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing his shirt. I will. You know what? All y'all motherfuckers can hold up. Well, you can't really see it, but on the back it says believes that. Anyway. Moving on to the kitchen. Alright. Roman Reigns comes out. Right? Yeah. Roman Reigns, man. Roman Reigns. Anyway, Roman Reigns comes out, interrupts Stephanie McMahon, and lately he's been coming out on the ramps. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of coming out in the crowd like he normally did before he got injured by Triple H because he fucked up his face with that motherfucker. Fucking up Roman Reigns. What are you thinking? Anyway, Roman Reigns was out for a while. Then a couple weeks ago he came back and did the same thing with Triple H. He fucked up his face and everything. And then it was like on Raw he came back. Then on SmackDown he beat the fuck out of him. And then tonight, Triple H, like I said, wasn't there because Stephanie said that he's doing some business work, and it's not because Roman Reigns beat him up or anything on SmackDown. But no. Roman Reigns comes out. Fucker. Anyway, back to what I was saying. He comes out, interrupts Stephanie. She keeps blah 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 blah. And then Roman, he puts his hand on her microphone. Alright, she pretended the microphone's right here, then he was like this. Alright, to make her to shut the fuck up. To say the least, you know what I'm saying? Alright, Roman Reigns is gonna put a stop to the show. Then he goes like this, you know what I'm saying? Then he grabs the mic out of her hand, and then he was like, then she's like, oh, tell me. Then he was like, then he started talking. Then he was like, Stephanie, the reason why Triple H ain't here is because I gave him a beating on Monday and Thursday of last week. But at WrestleMania, I'm going to stand in your ring. I'm going to stand in your arena. I'm going to beat your husband up. I'm going to take my title. And then, he's... Anyway, and then he pretty much told her to be quiet again, and then he was like, you're no more, and I'm the authority. Then he walked out. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like I say, it's awesome to see Roman Reigns back and more vicious, I'd say. I don't know, vicious, something. He seems different. He doesn't seem like the Roman Reigns that we all used to know. Like I said, he'd come out of the crowd, like fist bump everybody, high five everybody hand, like, you know what I mean? Like he's different. But now he's coming out on the ramp and just completely different, man. Like, yeah. And then later on in the show, like I said, I'm only talking about a few things that really caught my attention that were really awesome and really caught my eye. All right. So then later on in the show, Kevin Owens had a thing with Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler about being number one contender for his championship, and he said that they aren't worthy of it. So then he was like, I'll go in the back and talk to the authority about having a triple threat number one contender match. So whoever wins the match will have the privilege of facing me at WrestleMania for my Intercontinental Championship. Whatever. At KO Mania, alright, whatever. Don't get me wrong, I like Kevin Owens. He's pretty cool. He has that cocky attitude. But he just, I don't fucking know, man. But then he went back and talked to Stephanie because, like I said, Triple H wasn't there because he's doing business for the company, according to Stephanie McMahon. And then, so he went back there and talked to her, and he was like, Stephanie, you know what? Can I talk to you about something really quick? And she was like, yeah, Kevin, what's going on? Then he was like, well, you saw what just happened out there when The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Sami Zayn confronted me about being number one contender. She's like, yeah. And then he was like, well, I was wondering, is it okay if I make a triple threat match and whoever wins that gets the privilege of facing me at KO Mania for my Intercontinental Championship? She's like, yeah, that's cool. Go ahead, Kevin. So then this motherfucker, he goes out to the ring, tells Lillian Garcia to get out because he got it, alright? Well, here, I thought he was going to actually, call out The Miz, call out Dolph Ziggler, and call out Sami Zayn. But no. He ain't having none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't want that. He wants something better. He has his own triple threat match that he wants to set up. You know what I mean? Like, no. Alright. So then he starts introducing the people, and he was like, the first competitor is a star of this industry. He's a star of the WWE. He's a star of the locker room. He's a star in Hollywood, and his name has star in it. So then he calls out Stardust. You know what I mean? Like, what? So then Stardust comes out. Then he was like his opponent, who wears a mask all the time. He's from Please Welcome Sin Cara. So Sin Cara comes out. Alright? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. And then he calls out Zack Ryder. Then after they start going at it and everything, then he sits on commentary, and then Michael Cole asks him, how come he didn't call out Sami Zayn, The Miz, and Dolph Ziggler for the triple threat match? He was like, they're not deserving to face me for my championship at KO Mania, so what the fuck ever that means. And then later on during that match, Sami Zayn comes out, then The Miz comes out, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out, and then all hell broke loose from there, and then he gets attacked by the 6 men in the ring, which was Stardust, Zack Ryder. Give me a minute. The Miz, son of a bitch, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, and Sin Cara. Sorry. And then he goes backstage and he was like, Stephanie, did you see what happened right there? And then she was like, Kevin, I'm on the phone. My damn cat's pissing me off, dude. And then Stephanie was on the phone, and she was like, I'm about to leave, so meet me in the parking lot in a few minutes. Really? We all know who she was talking to. She was talking to Time to Play the Game. Triple H, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so then he's like, Stephanie, did you see what happened out there? And then she was like, yeah, Kevin, I did. And that's messed up. Then he was like, well, what are you going to do about it? That shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have jumped me like that. And then she was like, Kevin, it's not KO Mania. It's WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, you're going to defend your championship against those 6 men inside with a ladder match. Because, you know, he wants to get high up in the rankings and everything. So she was like, so if you want to get high up in the rankings and everything else, so you can compete in a ladder match and defend your title against those 6 men. But so those 6 men plus Kevin Owens, that's 7. Normally when they have a ladder match, they have 8. So what I'm thinking is, at one point, Adrian Neville wanted to be a number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. So what if they put Adrian Neville in that match? You know what I mean? Like, because, like I said, they normally have 8 people, and there's only 7. Got The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, Stardust, Kevin Owens, and... wait a minute. Alright. Kevin Owens, The Miz, Sin Cara, Sami Zayn, Stardust, Zack Ryder, and Dolph Ziggler. Like I said, that is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think they're going to put in a little twist that either somebody comes back. Okay, just listen, alright? Somebody comes back, or they put Adrian Neville in there, or they put a person from NXT coming to the main roster into that match. I mean, Sami Zayn, he's right now in NXT, but he's also in WWE, so they're putting him in that match. So I'm thinking those 3 things: Adrian Neville, somebody returning into the match, or somebody from NXT coming up to the main roster and participating in that ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Alright, so now I got those few things dealt with. We got Roman Reigns interrupting Stephanie McMahon in the beginning of the show. Then we got Kevin Owens wanting to make a triple threat match, but it wasn't with those 3 men that I mentioned a little bit ago: The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Sami Zayn. And then he interrupts Stephanie McMahon on the phone while Stephanie McMahon was talking to Triple H about wanting to leave. So then she made that big bombshell match for WrestleMania, a 7-man ladder match. Like I said, I'm telling people, it's going to be a mystery. Alright? Just bear with me. So there's 3. Alright? Now, the 4th thing. Alright. The 4th thing. Mr. McMahon, he had a big bombshell for the Hell in a Cell match, alright? At WrestleMania with Shane McMahon and The Undertaker. This blew me away, man. What Vince McMahon said blew me away. Oh, wait. Speaking of Shane McMahon, there was a video package of him training UFC stuff, MMA stuff, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, everything like that. They're preparing him for WrestleMania against Undertaker. So everything that he was learning, he's going to use against Undertaker in that Hell in a Cell match. That's another thing I forgot. So there's 4. Now on to the 5th thing, which is the Vince McMahon announcement for Hell in a Cell against Shane and Undertaker. So Vince goes out there and says, last week Shane was right. about being Vince's son, but he was also right about Undertaker being my bitch. Now, that's not a smooth thing to say because, for one, Undertaker, like he said last week on Raw, nobody controls him at all. Nobody. Alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the dead man. He's the phenom. He's the Undertaker. The Undertaker. And he owns Hell in a Cell. He pretty much owns WrestleMania. So, Vince, you don't own Undertaker. He is not your bitch. If anything, you're his bitch. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to back up a little bit. Anyway, about the announcement. And if y'all are wondering, I am in my kitchen because my bedroom light sucks. But yeah, then he had this big thing about Undertaker and everything, and he was like, after WrestleMania, you guys would be so excited if Shane McMahon walks out of WrestleMania, defeats Undertaker, and then the next night on Raw, he comes out and has full control of Monday Night Raw. The Authority would be gone, I might be gone, and everything like that. The crowd started going nuts, alright? I'd actually like that. If Shane does win, I would actually like it if Triple H and Stephanie McMahon was gone and Vince McMahon was gone, because that would be completely good for WrestleMania, for WWE. Because not only would Shane own the WWE, he would own Monday Night Raw, obviously. He would own all the pay-per-views. He would come up with everything, obviously, because he would be owning WWE. Tool stool, but he would own SmackDown. Like I said, he would own everything. He would also own NXT, which has the next generation of superstars. Man, this night was crazy, but I'm not even done talking yet. I'm already 17 minutes into this damn video, and I'm still talking. Like, what the fuck? But no, like, but then Vince McMahon, he got done talking about Shane. Then he goes on to the Undertaker, saying this was Undertaker's match. He owns Hell in a Cell. He destroys everybody that enters it. And blah, 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 blah. And his big announcement, if y'all didn't know, his big announcement was that if Undertaker does not beat Shane at WrestleMania, it will be his last WrestleMania ever. Whoa. Whoa, dude. Alright. That's crazy, right? That's what you're thinking. It'll be his last WrestleMania ever. But he lost to Brock Lesnar, alright, at WrestleMania. I highly doubt, honestly, I highly doubt Undertaker will lose again. He's gonna put up a fight. He's gonna fuck Shane up. And you know what? Shane's gonna keep going back, fighting back, stronger, harder, faster. Anything he possibly can to defeat the Undertaker at WrestleMania to gain control of the WWE, to make it better. Because I have to agree with Shane. When he came back after a long time, he said that WWE is like pretty much just sucking right now. I completely agree with him. You know why? Because he's right. Got a lot of attacks, a lot of injuries, a lot of guys being out. Like look at Seth. I mean, he's injured. Yes, I did say Seth Rollins. He's out. Randy Orton's out. Cesaro's out. I mean, come on. Got a lot of potential superstars, a lot of good guys, a lot of top guys in the WWE for the main rosters and everything. Main events, not main roster, main events. They're all out. Randy Orton is out. think I already said him. I don't know. But all those guys are out because of injury right now, and they have not came back yet. God damn it, this fucking cat. But all those guys are out. So Shane wins at WrestleMania. He's gonna have full control. He's gonna stop all the attacks on everybody. Like he's gonna set WWE straight. So I like I said, plus you got the Undertaker on his side. WrestleMania is his show. The Hell in a Cell is his match. I want Shane to win because I want WWE to be good, so everybody is able to watch it and enjoy it without having to see brutal attacks left in and left, like just constantly. You know what I mean? Like with the Wyatt family constantly attacking people, League of Nations constantly attacking people, just people doing that odds and ends shit. Then all the injuries and stuff, that'll stop. Like if Shane wins, he will have firm control of WWE and make everything better for the viewers. But like I said, now back to the Undertaker. On the other hand, he lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, giving him that one loss. So I really don't think he wants to lose. Plus, with his job on the line, I really don't think he wants to lose at WrestleMania and lose his job. So this is going to be a good match. I was pulling for Shane, but now I don't know who I want them because I really like them both, and I'd really hate to see Undertaker not compete at WrestleMania no more, or possibly not be in WWE anymore at all. Because that would really upset me because I really like Undertaker and he really does a great job in WWE. I mean, shit, I think he's the oldest person there, oldest wrestler there. I mean, so I mean, this is gonna be interesting. So now moving on past that, like that was like number 4, I think. I don't know. Number 5, whatever, I don't know. Our Roman Reigns in the beginning. Kevin Owens with the triple threat match thing. I don't even know. We'll just keep on going. I'm already 22 minutes into this. Up next, what about that? Oh, well, actually, last thing. Dean Ambrose versus Braun Strowman. Wow, was that a match? that was a crazy ass match, guys. Like for real. I thought for sure Dean was gonna lose in this match because Braun Strowman was like really big and tall and strong and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? You know what I'm trying to say? What y'all doing? Jeez. Man, this fucking cat's gonna piss me off, guys. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Alright, so Dean Ambrose and Braun Strowman, they go back and forth, there's a few times where I thought Braun was gonna fuck Dean up, but no. Dean kept fighting. He did his outside dive, got Braun rocked a little bit, had him against the barricade a little bit, and then Braun came back because Dean went to go do the outside dive again, but Braun caught him with an uppercut or something like that. Like I said, this match was just back and forth and everything, and then Dean Ambrose had enough. So Braun was going for a move on Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose moved out of the way, and Braun hit the turnbuckle with his shoulder. So then, like I said, Dean had enough. He fucking snapped. He lost. You know what? I missed something. Son of a bitch. Oh, I'll just talk about it after this. So he grabbed his steel chair, whacked Strowman with it. Again, when he was stuck in the turnbuckle, because his shoulder and stuff. So he just whacked him with it, got disqualified. I think Braun won the match though. Then he just kept hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And then the Wyatt family started to get him on the ring, and he tried to hit Eric Rowan. Then he tried to hit Luke Harper. And then Braun Strowman was quick enough to push Dean down and knock the chair out of his hand, but then Braun went to go do something and Dean moved out of the way. Then grabbed that steel chair again, whacked him with it some more, and then he hit dirty deeds on the big guy. He hit dirty deeds on Braun Strowman, guys. Like, what the fuck? Wow. Dean Ambrose is the second guy to ever knock down Braun Strowman. The first guy is Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. If you guys haven't watched that, go on WWE Network, go to Royal Rumble 2016, and wait for Brock Lesnar to come out, and then you'll see what I'm talking about when he knocks down Braun Strowman. Holy fuck. I just burped. That sounds weird. Ooh, that tastes weird. Anyway, but yeah, Dean Ambrose was the second guy to ever knock down Braun Strowman. And my stepdad told me that Braun Strowman was still having a hard time getting up because he got up and then he fell back down. Now, that's crazy. I mean, damn, that surprised me. But anyway, the one thing that I forgot after all this was the fact earlier in Philadelphia, because that's where they were. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Dean Ambrose was talking again, about Brock Lesnar and WrestleMania and their No Holds Barred match. And guess who decided to accompany Dean Ambrose? He was a legend, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a legend. He's a Hall of Fame. Yeah, whatever the fuck I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, Terry F-U-N-K. Terry Funk. That's right, Terry Funk, you know what I mean? He started talking to Dean Ambrose and stuff, and saying that he could relate to him, something like that, I don't know. Then he gave him a gift. Kind of like what Mick Foley did on last week's Raw. You know what I mean? Alright, last week on Raw, Dean Ambrose had a crowbar and he was calling out Brock Lesnar and stuff, and Brock Lesnar came out and was about to get in the ring, but then Dean Ambrose almost hit with the crowbar in the face and stuff. Then Brock Lesnar jumped down and got away from the ring. But no. Alright, last week, Mick Foley was with Dean Ambrose, and he was like, "You're going up against a beast," something like that. I forget what they talked about. I forget. Don't hate me, guys. But I forget what they talked about. All right. But Dean asked him. He was like, "Why are you doing this?" or something like that. And then Dean came back and he was like, "Why did you do what you did back then with all being crazy and shit," or something like that? I don't fucking know. What you guys thinking from me? And then, because he was like, "I'm crazy," or something like that, I don't fucking know. And then Mick Foley saw Dean with the crowbar, and he grabbed it from his hands and he tossed it. He just tossed it. He was like, "You're going up against Brock Lesnar and No Holds Barred match in the biggest stage of them all, in front of millions of people, and you're going to use a crowbar in the match." So, like I said, he tossed the crowbar. And he was like, "If you're going to be in this No Holds Barred match against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, you're going to need something bigger and better than a fucking crowbar," or something like that. Some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? He don't need a crowbar. He needs a baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mick Foley gave him this package. It was like all red and beautiful looking. Had a ribbon on top of the cap thing. He was like, "Here, have this." And Dean took it, put it on the ground, he opened it up, threw the lid, pulled it out, and there it is. The barbed wire bat. So then that was last week. But now this week, on this Raw, tonight, that just went off like not that long ago. Yeah. Alright. Terry Funk gave Dean Ambrose a freaking chainsaw. Which kind of it's weird because he gave him a chainsaw. The match is in Dallas, Texas. So, does that make Dean Ambrose like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Okay. So he started to bitch up. He was like, "Does this?" He was like, "Oh my God, it works." So he started chopping at the table that he was by. He put 3 lines in it. He was like, "Oh damn." But yeah, I mean that's a few things I wanted to talk about, guys. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. You gotta hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe, comment, rate, share to all your friends, and get people noticed about me. My name is Chris Behringer the third, with Chris Garcia as my profile picture on YouTube. Oh, and by the way, I haven't done it yet, but pretty soon I'm going to start making horrible ass videos of my gameplay because I don't have nothing yet to make good video quality for you guys, so it's still gonna be like the live streams and stuff that I've done, but I'm gonna start getting on to my games and making videos for you guys. Like I'm gonna have to do the 2K showcase again for Stone Cold again. I mean, that shit's been out for a while, but I gotta do it all over. So if you guys would like to see the 2K showcase from me and the walkthrough of it, please leave a like. Remember, comment down below what you want to see. I'll put in the description of 3 games you would like me to play and do walkthroughs of. I mean, there's probably gonna be a few of them. I don't know. Or maybe a live stream for a while of a game through the story mode, halfway through or something like that, in between, something like that. But like I said, I'll put 3 game choices for you guys in the comment section below. A few of them I won't really bother because I still have my online data for, but I'm gonna try to avoid the online games because I still got all my data for that for online. But other than that, I would do 3 choices. But like I said, W2K16 is definitely one of them. I'm going to decide the other 2. But like I said, this is going to be it for this video. So remember, like, comment, subscribe for more if you haven't already. Share, rate. I'm out.